Hello. Howdy. Let's Okay, let's put that in case anybody wants to pop in. Hello. Nobody's here yet. White Tiger just came in. Hi, Endless. Endless RVing is in. Yeah, anybody want to pop in? I put the link there if you want to come in, chat a little. Let's see if it works this time. Cam remembers last time it wouldn't let me have anybody in. I don't know why. Didn't want me to have any friends. What's up, Kim? I tried to come on Halloween and somehow I couldn't get in, and then hey. Oh, hey, how you doing, hon?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all.
I tried to come in the other night for Halloween, and somehow I missed it. For some reason I put in for the notification to tell me that you went live.
Yeah.
It's not doing it, and you're not.
Yeah.
There's a couple different people that it does that with me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
It was done already by the time I went and looked, and it was not even that long, was it?
On Halloween. Yeah, I don't think I went too late on Halloween.
Yeah, it just didn't. Something's not really working right for me. I don't know why.
Yeah, I normally put it in Discord, so that's a good place to look. Only because I realize there are people that are having that issue.
Yeah, no, I did get it from Discord. I did. It was on there. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. Something weird happened.
I just usually figure people fall asleep. That's usually what happens.
I didn't fall asleep. Promise.
Oh, well, you could have said that. It'd been all right.
I don't know why. I don't remember what was going on. Oh, I know what was going on.
What?
That's what it was. I was going to go in, and I got a phone call from the airline. My mother was flying home Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's the night that we had that terrible windstorm and storming here. Did you hear about?
Oh, yeah. I did hear about
really
that.
bad. It was so bad that sleeping up here in the upstairs, I really thought the roof was going to tear off. It was so bad.
I forget that you're in New York. I don't know why. Yeah. I think you're somewhere else all the time.
Upstate New York. And so my mother flew into Albany. In that windstorm.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know why yeah. First, I got a phone call the day before saying that her original flight was canceled. Then they got a flight at like 12 in the afternoon instead of like 6 in the morning or whatever.
Okay.
So she got into Albany. She was supposed to get into Albany at like 10 something.
Yeah.
And she didn't get into Albany until after 12.
Oh.
She didn't get home here until after 2 o'clock because the rain and only an hour. It's like an hour to Albany. So it took them like 2 hours to get home.
Wow.
That's how bad the rain and the wind and everything was.
That's crazy.
Endless RVing. Hello.
Still there? Hello, everybody. Well, it looks like your StreamYard's cooperating with you tonight.
It is. I'm hoping that I can get if I get a few people. But I'm doing this till 8 o'clock, and then I'm off.
That's fine.
I got it.
I was actually over um
Ooh, spicy.
no
No.
Pusa
Flavor Bar.
Studios. I don't know if you know them.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
live. I saw that.
So I was over there, but they're having some serious audio issues over there. I don't know what was going on over there, but yeah, I was over there. I check them out every so often, and I'm just playing my game. So
Yeah.
I saw you were coming on. I saw your schedule, and I was like, oh, well, I'll have to make sure I watch for Johnny. And
And you know what I did, right? I went into StreamYard, and sometimes I leave. Like a lot of times, I'll just delete the last.
right.
It'll sit in there, and I didn't delete the last one, so I went into it by accident tonight. So I'm sitting there going, "What is wrong with this thing?"
Well, you want to hear a good one that I did today?
What's that?
Well, I flip between StreamYard and Streamlabs.
Uh-huh.
I like Streamlabs. The quality of my game streams better through
Yeah.
Streamlabs. But obviously, I can't have people in. I haven't found something that works and doesn't hiccup the system yet. But so I was doing the game, and I figured if anybody wanted to actually chat with me, they could just hop into Discord. And I was like, oh well, maybe I'll try the scheduling thing in here. And I was like, I'll schedule it like 10 minutes out, right, and see if it works. It says 10 hours. You have scheduled this for 10 hours from now. I'm like, 10 hours from now, I'll be in bed asleep. I'm like, that's not happening.
I would hope so.
Holy cow. Because this was a few hours ago. So it would have been, I think it said, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that. I got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah, right? Have you seen Lisa lately?
She,
I haven't seen her in the last
yes.
few days.
Yeah. Yes, I saw her. She was with me yesterday because she switched to night shift today. So she's at work.
I did go into your stream, I think yesterday, and I said hi to everybody, and you ended just as I got in.
Oh, dear God.
I remember now.
Well,
It's no biggie. I mean, I was like,
her and Carol, they were wanting to talk about things that didn't need to be broadcast to the world because they were practically trying to dox themselves, it almost seemed like. So I was like, you know what, we can just go on Discord. And I ended the live because we were just
it's official, by the way. Look what I got.
You're a sheriff?
Yeah, I went to the Roadhouse Grill the other night.
And they make you a sheriff?
And I got that. Yeah. Yep.
Kind of like when you're a kid, right?
Yep. I said, assume the position. Nobody listened.
We do these daily stretches at work.
Ooh.
As a whole office, and one of them you have to put your hands behind your back and you lift your hands up. You're trying to stretch that. And well, the sales guy, when it was his turn and he got that stretch, he was like, okay, everybody, just like you're being arrested. They're putting the handcuffs on you. I was like, oh yeah, that's really the good thing to be saying at work, right?
Exactly. At work, I wish I could say that to them sometimes. Oh my God, some of these kids are just awful sometimes.
Yeah.
We had to rearrange everybody's lunch just because these kids are so obnoxious sometimes.
Really?
They just can't be together. They're just too much. You know what I mean? They're just all too much craziness.
Yeah.
Girls.
What age range are you dealing with?
They're all 16, 17, 18.
Oh,
19.
Yeah.
We have one that's 19.
I have a hard time with my 14-year-old.
I know. But, and I love it. This is exactly where I love to be. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's just every once in a while, it's like, how did you grow up?
Yeah.
I would never survived acting like that. I would have, there's no way.
I'd have
I
been,
would not
I
have.
would have been killed.
I know.
I'd have been killed by the nuns or my
Oh, well,
parents
the
or
nuns, yeah, I went to Catholic grade school and high school, and let me tell you, you didn't play those games. You didn't act like that. No
nope.
way.
Oh, and you treated everybody with respect
Yep.
and
And then the worst part is then when a coworker has, there's a coworker that just like has it's not right. It should never be this way, but she has her favorites.
right.
And so one does something wrong, and like she has a little nickname for him. Oh, so and so's, don't do that. And it's like he just cursed at me, told me I was useless, and that's all you have to say to him. That's it. That's all you're gonna. You don't back me up. Like I would back her up right away. I would be like,
Right.
speak to her like that. That's not right. We're writing you up. You're going into the behavioral area. We're getting rid of
Right. Right.
you going out. She doesn't.
We were just having this conversation at work
It's crazy.
Friday.
Crazy
Just
how things are these days. It's
just the
not-
fact that, well, we wonder why adults, these young adults,
Mhm.
blame everybody else for everything that happens and do not take any personal responsibility. Well, the reason is we're not making the children take personal
Exactly.
responsibility for the things that they do.
Exactly. Plus, and plus we're doing, half the time we're not even giving them the ability to make the mistake or to not succeed. We're just
Right.
doing it for them. We're just
Right.
doing it for them, and we're not letting them learn. Because how do you learn, Kim? You and I know by
You make mistakes.
You make mistakes, and you learn from them.
You make mistakes. Somebody tells you made a mistake, and they correct you, and then you don't do it again. Right.
And then they can't even accept when they do make a mistake because they don't know how. They don't understand. They don't think they made a mistake. You know what I mean? They don't get it.
Right.
It's like really sad that we've done this. I don't know. I sat there in the cafeteria the other day and listened to this young woman speak in such trash mouth that it like shocked the boys in the class. And that's sexist to say, but I'm used to hearing the boys speak
Right.
like that more than it was like a truck driver. I
Right.
couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I was like,
The problem is, though,
what would I have done if that was my kid?
parents put up.
And that would happen? No way.
Parents put up with their kids talking to them that way. So there's no way you're not going to be able to expect for them to not talk to teachers or authorities or right, because if you can speak to your parents that way, like no, please, if I could talk to my parents that way, why in the world do I have to treat you any different?
Exactly. Exactly. And then I've heard them say, well, you don't give me any respect. And I'm like, did he just say that to, there's like other 5 adults in our classroom. There's that many one-on-ones in our classroom.
See, and that's the problem too. Like
she just spoke, or he just spoke to her like that. No respect at all. Yeah. You're not going to get respect until you start learning to give it.
Right.
And that's an adult. Period. Respect.
Right.
Period.
Well, it's like my daughter, she's 14. And she's in that mouthy girl teenager stage.
Yeah, but
and she meows off to me, and I'm like, look, I don't have to put up with that. Yeah. And she's like, well, you're not being nice to me. And I said, look, I'm the parent here. You have to at least respect the fact that I am the parent. You don't have to like me. You don't have to respect me as a person, but you have to respect the fact that I am your parent and I set the rules, and you're going to adhere to those rules, or there will be consequences.
I run the show.
Right.
That's what I said. I said, thank God I didn't have any children, because, oh my God, I would never, if my kid opened their mouth and that came out, I don't know what I would do. There's just no way.
I have seen
There's no
kids,
way.
young kids, 10 years old, F this, F that to their
Yeah.
parents. And I'm like, oh, you
Yeah.
guys got to nip that in the bud, because I am so scared at what the future holds, because nobody's going to have any respect for anybody. Nobody's going to treat anybody right. And we're going to have utter chaos.
Yep. It's awful. It's awful. I mean, it's just like,
It
it's
won't be
shocking to me.
civilized anymore, that's for sure.
It's completely shocking to me. I'm like, did I just hear that out of that kid's mouth? I mean, I don't know.
But they've taken all the power away from the authoritative figures for children, right? So you send your kid to daycare, let's say when they're really little, and they can't correct the children, because if they do, the parents complain and go after them and all this other stuff. And then they go to kindergarten, right? And oh no, my child is perfect, and the teachers can't correct them, and God forbid the principal tries to correct any of these children that get sent down to the principal's office, because then they're dealing with the parents, because the parents, back when we were young, like, oh my God, if I got sent down to the office, even if it was not my fault, I didn't want to go home that night.
Nope, me neither.
I was afraid I was going to literally be killed when I went home, because you don't want to get in trouble, because they're going to call your parents, and oh my God, you're going to get it 100 times worse at home than you get it at school. And it's not like that now at all, because parents go, oh my God, my kid is perfect. They can't possibly have done that.
My parents never, I mean, once in a while I would get a crack across the, wherever I would get something. It was very rare. It's not like they use that, like, like people you can't hit your child, you can't do this or whatever. It's not like my parents used that often. It was very rare.
Well, that's just it. It's enough.
You didn't want to disrespect your parents. You did.
Well, it's enough to get the fear of God. That's the whole thing, right? So, people who believe in God anyway, but you have this natural fear of, I don't want to piss him off too much, because he might just shoot a lightning. You know what I mean? And so as a parent, you kind of want that type of healthy fear in your children. You want them to understand that I am, I'm the last refuge that you have, but you cannot you cannot treat me a certain way. You cannot, act like this. It's unacceptable. And if you do, you're going to have this punishment.
Yeah.
And parents, they don't do that. I mean, my daughter, she has had friends where they're like hellions, right? They don't do any chores, they don't clean their room, they mouth off to their mother, they just run amok, and she tells them they're grounded. And then 2 hours later, they're ungrounded and they're out because she wants them out of her hair. Well, what happens to those children when they become adults and they go out into the world? They become adult hellions, and it doesn't do anybody any good. It doesn't do them any good. It doesn't do society any good.
Majorly about respect. Like somehow, I don't know how they did it, but they instilled in us that we had to have respect for adults.
Right.
Period. There was no question. There was never, it didn't matter if my mom hated them.
Right.
Or if my dad hated them. My dad didn't hate anybody. My dad loved everybody. He was the nicest
guy.
But my mother definitely hated people.
Right.
Different type, and it didn't matter if she didn't like them or whatever it may be. You still respected them.
Right.
Like incredibly, like you respected them. And I grew up, my father never raised his voice. He never raised his voice or argued with my mother. It was always, yes, dear. Yes, dear. And then he'd do whatever he wanted to do. But he never disrespected, especially a woman. He grew up that way. You do not do that. You know, you don't
Right.
respect anybody. He never treated anybody like that. It was always, he's a very kind man, but it was instilled in us somehow,
Right.
and kids aren't getting it at all. We respected every adult. I don't know how that got into us, but it did. You know what I mean? It was just by daily example. You know, we had my grandfather here when I grew up. When I came home from the hospital, I went right into the room with my grandfather because he knew I was the last one, and so
Right.
I was his. You know what I mean? He like, you know, that was his little, you know, his little boy. So I
Right.
literally stayed in the room with my grandfather. We shared a room until I was 10 years old, and that, I mean, you know, that was my grandfather. The respect I had, you know,
Right.
I had total respect for him. There was no question about that. You know, he's an amazing man. And that just comes from just growing up like that.
Right.
I mean, we grew up in a family, a tight family. You know,
Exactly.
I don't even know how to explain how people get that, but it used to be that way. You learned that automatically. It was like part of your growing up.
Right.
And it's not there anymore. It's not part of it anymore. It's not like it's not instilled in young kids. It isn't at all. Bubba Bug,
Hi,
hey.
Bubba Bug.
You know, so like it's so different now.
It's kind of sad, actually,
Incredible.
because if you don't have a healthy respect for the human being next to you, why would you treat them nice?
Yeah.
You know, and since the kids are not being taught that anymore, they're going to become into adults like that. Did you guys hear about the new rules on YouTube might be coming into play?
Uh,
Which new rules?
I think it's the amount of
The
stuff.
numbers? Yeah. You
Yeah.
and I are going to be plugging away.
We're pushing. We're pushing.
you're
I'm
much
530
further than
something.
you're 5 times ahead of me.
Am I? I'm 530 something or whatever, and
I am not even at 100 yet. I'm at like 84.
I don't know. I hope they don't do that because I feel like I've really worked
I
really,
feel
really
like they
hard.
will, unfortunately. Only because there's just I they're kind of losing control of things,
Yeah.
and I feel like it will happen because they need to rein things back in.
And what are the current numbers right now? 1,000?
1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours.
Wow, funny that I have 3,000 something watch hours. I only have 500 subs, but
But
I have
that's because your
3,000
people are
something.
watching your stuff.
Yeah, which is good. I mean,
Right,
that's
it's very good, but
good.
10,000 subs, no. You have to pay $25 a month to live stream and $50 a month to panel. No, I haven't heard any of that.
I haven't heard those things. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
that's a
There's
jump
no
up. I
way.
heard 4,000 to monetize, and then I don't know.
8,000 watch hours. I've heard 4,000, yeah, and 8,000 watch hours.
That's what I heard, but I don't know.
I could see that happening as much as I don't want it to happen. I can see that happening. I doubt that. There's no way.
Baba Bug. Who told you
10,000
that,
subs.
Baba
Do you know
Bug?
how many?
Where'd you get
Do you
that
know
one?
how many people would lose their monetization? Like, that's ridiculous. I doubt they're going to be able to do that.
Well, unless they do grandfathered. My son has over 10,000 subs. He told me, scary. I mean, I just feel like I've worked really hard to try to get. I'm even where I am right now.
Yeah.
I've worked and worked. I'm just getting to. I got to pay more attention to my videos and how well they're done because they're not done that well because I don't really know what I'm doing that much. I mean,
I actually
getting
think
better
your
all the
videos are
time, but
cute. I like your videos.
well, I'm getting better all the time, and as you can see, I'm doing the thumbnails, and I'm starting to try to get things more into a story format instead of just like a like I do most of the time, just yap about whatever. And it's not easy, but I'm gonna do it. You know.
Yeah. Well, if
I,
that's what they're after, Google has over 3 million monetized channels, then they want to keep only 500,000. Well, if that's what they're after, then doing that will definitely get them to
I
that
don't
number.
want it to be monetized. That's the thing.
You know why I want to be monetized? Let me tell you, here's the thing. You know where all the money's coming from in monetization is in the super chats.
Yeah, that's true.
And a lot of those small monetized channels, they do a pretty good business in super chats.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even that. For me, it's not even that as much as the ability to do other things. When you get to that point, you can go live on your
Well,
cell
here's the
phone.
thing.
You can do other
Ob-
things.
Obviously, YouTube wants to send everybody to the other platforms that are opening up, and
Yeah,
everybody
they
goes
are.
over there. They're going to lose their audience, and they're going to help those other platforms, their competition, be actual competition. That's exactly what will happen. Because look what StreamYard has done. StreamYard is now allowing you to multi-stream across platforms, and the reason why they do that is they know what's happening. They know that people are moving platforms. There's some big YouTubers that have moved away from YouTube and to these other platforms because of the things that YouTube's been doing.
I see that StreamYard allows you also to stream in multiple other.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Multiple different ones too.
Yeah.
And at the same time,
right.
while you're broadcasting, which is
really so cool. if you pay their $25 a month, you can stream to 2 platforms. If you get their more expensive one, which is fairly expensive, it's like, I don't know, $50 or $60 a month or something. You can stream to 5 platforms at the same time.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. I mean, it's cool.
The one problem with doing that, though, is you can only run one chat at a time. You're only going to be able to see one chat and interact with one chat.
Yeah.
So you're going to, I guess, have to choose wisely about that.
Formats are just going to be for viewing the chat. That's running on YouTube, let's say. In other words, your YouTube chat will be live on Facebook. They can just watch it. They're not going to be able to participate in it unless they go over to YouTube.
No.
They can chat and everything.
No. They'll still have the separate chats, but you will only be able to interact with one of those chats.
I wouldn't be able to do all that. That's too confusing for me. It's too much. Could you do it, you think?
No, I would have to pick the platform. So maybe do a rotating platform, like like tonight I'll interact with Facebook, and tomorrow I'll interact with YouTube, and then I'll interact with Vimeo or what. I don't know. I don't know how else you would do that, but I guess we'll figure out a way. Because if that's what they force, then. Because here's the thing, if you're not after YouTube monetization, it doesn't matter. You can stream to whatever you want. You can do affiliate monetization yourself, or however you want to do it, and go that route.
People do. I mean, and people do.
Oh yeah.
I know people who do. And I know people that are like totally will not touch Amazon. So they won't be an Amazon affiliate. They won't touch Amazon. They don't do anything with Amazon. And then others that do tons with Amazon and make money from that.
Yep.
So, I mean, I've seen it all. It's not that what I'm doing wasn't ever for really making money exactly. I mean, it would be nice to make some money. No.
Well, my whole thought is I would like to get enough money to like pay for the stuff that I want to upgrade and stuff to do the channel. Exactly. If the channel could pay for itself, like that would be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so there's a bunch of other people on here. I see 5 people. So tell me who's here, guys. Say hi.
Hi.
Hello. Come on. I see Bubba Bug. Chatty tonight.
I see stars. I see Mars. I see some.
Oh. All right. Come on, guys. We only have a few more minutes. I'm going over to see. I need money from my. Yeah, that'd be great. He's retired, or Yeah, is retired. He doesn't need money from any social media, which I get. Okay, guys. So now there's 6 people on here. Nobody's popping up in the chat, and I wanted to go see Carolyn's RV Life channels live because last time she went live, she was getting some guy arrested.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to give me the link to that channel.
It's Carolyn's RV Life. Carolyn's RV Life.
Put it in
And
your chat. If you put it in your chat, then I can just.
I know. How do I get it? I don't know how to go get it though.
You go to her channel.
Yeah, but
You copy and paste the link from the address bar.
Hold on. Let's see here.
Because usually when you search for a YouTuber, like a bunch of stuff comes up. Can I do what?
Can you still see me?
Yeah.
Here we go. Hold on. Here. Let's see if I can get it right here. No. I have to open it to see it, to get it, right?
Yeah, just right-click it and open it in a new window.
Horse barn
I wish
or
I could
farm
do
shop,
that.
Let Morton Buildings help you design and
I don't have
construct
an
a building
iPad.
that
I mean, I don't have
perfectly suits
a-
your needs. We'll be there for
what you
you
call it?
every step of the way, even post-construction. With the
Hold on.
strongest non-prorated warranty in the
Share.
We're listening to an advertisement.
Energy
Hold on, I'm sorry.
provides the ultimate
Copy.
comfort and
Okay.
efficiency. To
Close.
see our latest projects and learn more.
Close that so that you don't have to hear it. Here we go. I'm going to go over there now because it's that time. It's live now, so I want to hear. She's got a brand new puppy dog. He's so cute. Want to hear all about it. Did it come up? Do you see it?
Yep, I got it.
You going
Thank
over?
you.
You want to see it just for the heck of it? You don't have to stay, but if you want to look.
Yeah, I see it. I'll go over there.
All right, I'm ending now.
All right.
Thank you for coming, Kimmy. Mwah.
Thanks for having me.
You're-
Have a wonderful
you're an
night.
angel.
Thank you.
Take care. Thanks,
right.
Bug.